Hi everyone, welcome to SlimChat. It's, I want to say, oh no, I kind of had it in my head and now it's gone. Was it something like 66, I want to say? Anyway, it's weigh day today. Yeah, weigh-in day again. Comes around way too often if you ask me. Well, it does at the moment because of, all the naughtiness that we've been doing, and I've well documented that. Not seeking to, hide the fact that we're only human after all. But, oddly, some odd results on the scales. But I said to Gary yesterday, wow, you look slimmer today, Gary. And he said, funny enough, people keep saying that at work. His clothes were not hanging off him exactly, but they're a lot looser. And it really did notice yesterday. So I expected Gary to have a really, really good outcome, even though we've done some pretty naughty things this week. So anyway, yeah, he got on the scales and he's lost 3 pounds, which is amazing for the 3. I'm so wowed by that. It's just crazy. And so then I've lost a pound, which I can't believe I actually lost anything, to be honest with you. Maybe we should start the fish and chips and cheesecake diet, perhaps. I don't know. But seriously, over the moon is not the word. So this is the start of a new week and the start of being more serious and not messing up. So I can probably say that next week will be really ultra good and we'll have put on something stupid, which is, you always have that worry, don't you? But I can't believe it, to be honest with you. Dodge a bullet. Oh, wow. And it's not the first time. It's, stayed the same a couple of times when I really thought I wouldn't. And so, yeah. But I said to Gary, this is it. It's the end. We've got to start being back on track now. So that's that for me anyway. I shan't be doing anything else that's a little bit wayward. But the beauty of the Slimming World diet is, I guess, you can have anything you want as long as you've seen it. And whereas we were having some bad stuff, we weren't really going crazy with sins. So they must have just cancelled out a little bit. Well, still had a few sins, so I can't really sort of put my finger on it, but I'm glad, whatever it is. But I'm so glad that Gary's doing so well as well. I mean, the man, he had a lot to lose, he had a lot more than I did, and now he's catching up with me. So I was going, he'll overtake me soon. I'm quite upset about it, really. So I need to sort myself out, really. Either that or just do a bit of keto in the diet, which I think I might need to do. But, I'm so pleased, really, 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 really pleased. So yesterday we hadn't got a Scooby what to have for dinner. If you're wondering what a Scooby is, I'm sorry, I must say, not a Scooby snack, but it's a Scooby-Doo. That's rhyming slang for clue. And so rhyming slang has kind of evolved over the years from rhyming with what it should be to the thing rhymes with what it should be, but there's a slang for the slang. Does that make any sense? So some people will say I don't have a Scooby-Doo, but meaning clue. But other people just said I don't have a Scooby. So you know that Scooby is a Scooby-Doo, which means clue. Simple. But yeah, that's kind of the way that slang has evolved. No longer say apples and pears for stairs. It's just, it's a living language. And so is slang, isn't it? Not that I use it that much, but the odd word like Scooby, or don't always say that, but sometimes. But I always forget that people there across puddles and ponds don't necessarily know the lingo. Well then, I don't always know your lingo, so that's cool. Yeah, tit for tat, as they say. So, yeah, we had a really, really lovely beef casserole that Gary made. It was I guess it was a stroganoff, because he put, whenever he doesn't put lots of veggies in stuff. When he makes it, he likes to put maybe beef, onion and mushrooms. That's the word I'm looking for. And he'll make something fantastic. But, you know, the other veg will be on your plate if you want them. So, but he doesn't. My mum used to bung everything in, you know, kitchen sink, in the pot, cook it, yum. But Gary, he's kind of, he has his, the way he, you know, just like the flavours he wants. And then, but it was lovely. And we had it with, he mashed some potato. I have to say his mashing skills don't live up to mine, but it was nice. Hang on a moment. Oh, I had to wet my whistle there. So yes, there was a few lumps, but he says he doesn't mind lumps. I do personally. I'd rather not have lumps in my mash. But I have a bit of a technique for my mash, you know, that I don't get any lumps in it. If I do, it's just maybe one stray lump, but I don't even really like a lump. Whew. But yeah, it was nice though, really, really nice. And plus, as I said, we didn't have a clue what we were going to have. And when Gary sort of just said, "Oh, I'm going to do this in the slow cooker," I went, "Oh, okay." We went out and he bought the beef, and I think he didn't realise, but I'd already bought beef in the freezer. But maybe he needed to buy it because it wasn't. He didn't think about it early enough, and so he didn't get it out. Pardon me. And we had a lemon cheesecake, which was very naughty but very nice. And we finally watched Le Mans. Finally, we watched the TV early enough to actually get through Le Mans, because it's a 2.5 hour long film, but when you watch it, it doesn't feel like you've watched a film for 2.5 hours, which is kind of testament to how good it is, I think. And plus, you know, we like our racing, we like our Formula One. But it is intriguing to me that back then, because Ford were making a racing car to rival a Ferrari, that it was more newsworthy back then, Le Mans. Now, if it goes on, we have no idea, because we don't get to hear about it. You know, it used to be on TV, you used to get Daytona and you get Le Mans. Not anymore. And so it makes you wonder if it still exists. But, you know, we'd hear about it back then, it was big news. But we don't anymore. Just Formula One is on the TV. That you can, if you search for the lower Formula 2 and 3, whatever it is, and they do an electric car now, one that's electric. I think it's E1, FE1 or something like that, or F1E. Got an E in it somewhere, but the only one we really watch is Formula One. And at the moment, you know, it's kind of good for us because we've got Lewis. And a lot of people complaining about Lewis Hamilton lately about, you know, he's doing the Black Lives Matter quite a lot. And he's getting a lot of critics, you know, he's wearing T-shirts on the podium, highlighting cases of things. So, you know, I'm not a Lewis basher. I love Lewis and I don't care what he does. You know, you can either follow that part of it or you don't have to, do you? So, you know, I just love Lewis Hamilton. I think he's amazing. Best driver this country's had in decades. And so clever. And you can't, you know, whatever they moan about, you can't take that away from him. They're always moaning about something he does. I think he just is one of those people that, because he's very, very ultra good at what he does, you know, that there's an element that always likes to tear down that person because they're very successful. And you get that in every single field, don't you, where you've got someone, apart from like maybe, you know, I can understand why people would get crabby with people who are famous for being famous, not for famous because they've achieved greatness or that they're good at something or they're a fine actor, or, you know, somebody like maybe, well, I don't know, Kardashians. You know, I can understand why people think, you know, what you're famous for, really. But when it comes to just tearing people down for their success, that's just so often see it, sadly. So often. Still, I don't know. Not in that position. So, oh, you never know. Maybe one day. Bah. I doubt it very much. Anyway, I've digressed from the dietary path, haven't I? So I have no idea what we're having for dinner today. Again, well, I don't think we got anything out. If we did, Gary didn't tell me, but I looked in the fridge earlier and there was nothing. So thankfully, I'd made breakfast yesterday, so had my overnight oats already, and I've really got into smooth toffee flavour. That has just been the one that I kind of go to now. I used to be strawberry. It had to be strawberry, but now toffee. The smooth toffee Muller Lights. Whoa, you know. And as I say, I put water in mine to like, and I do stir it. Whereas people lay, I can't do the layering. I can't stand dry bits of lumps. Ugh. No, it's just wrong. So I will put mine in, put a bit of water, stir them. I've got a recipe on here somewhere for the way I do mine. And then in the morning I get them out and I see if they're still thick, because I warm mine up. They taste so much better that way. So I'll put some more water in just to cream them up. Because, you know, even when I used to make oats years ago, before I couldn't have milk, and I'd make them with milk, I'd make them with a lot of water because they're creamy and you just don't need the milk. It's just too much milk. So I will water still creams, because that's what oats are, they're very creamy things. So yeah, I'll put some more water in and then I'll microwave it, and so then it absorbs more, and you may even need more afterwards to get that sort of consistency, that smoothness. And then I just squirt in some sweetener, and I know that yogurts have sweetener, but they don't have nowhere near enough for me. So I just my liquid hermesitas, I just squirt about 4 mini squirts, and perfect for me. Love them. But the soft toffee, that is my absolute favourite at the moment. It's funny because I go through phases of yoghurt. I always love strawberry. It's one of my biggest favourite things. But at the moment, to eat as a yoghurt, I'm eating the low and free. I think it's called low and free cherry. Oh, I love that. That is my favourite, the cherry yoghurt. And then before, it used to be those little pots of peach and maracuja, or peach and passion fruit. The same thing. I think maracuja just must be, I don't know. I don't know if they do that anymore, but I loved it. It's one of my favourites. Peach and passion fruit, peach and maracuja. I don't even know what a maracuja is, but it was good. Anyway, so yeah, I do like a yoghurt, but I do prefer sweeter things because I've got a bad sweet tooth. It's my downfall, you know, sweet things. If I didn't have a sweet tooth, I'm sure I would be tiny. Anyway, I'm going to get off because I've been babbling on quite long enough. So yeah, well done me for for losing anything, but well done Gary, and I'm so proud of him. And he really did need. We're not there yet, you know. Still got to go and do some more. But wow, he's doing really well. I think he must have been secretly dieting without me. I don't know. Either that or our body just needed that little bit of calories to let go of fat that it was holding on to, or whatever. So bye for now. Take care. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye everyone.